Alright guys, take a look at what we got to unbox here. You probably didn't think you were going to see this on my channel. And you'd probably be right, because I didn't plan on having one of these on my channel, but I seen it at the hobby shop today. And I thought, why not? So this is Arrma's Typhon 4x4 223s. So this is their newest version of the Arrma Typhon 3s. So I think this is like the third or fourth version. I'm not exactly sure about that. Maybe someone can correct me down below. But they've had a couple. But I don't believe it's too much. I think the Creighton's the version 6. This might be like the version 3 or something. So let's open it up. Take a look at what all you get inside. Presented really nice in here. It looks good. Get your buggy right here. This cardboard. Just pull right off. Then buggy pulls out. Then you have your radio box. We'll pull that to the side. And your instructions and stuff. There you go. There is the buggy. And this is a clipless design. Here is the radio box. You do get a full-size SLT3, which is nice to see. I thought you got the small radio with this, so if you got the tiny little radio with this, like the Typhon Grom, or Mojave Groms, that would really be stupid. I'm glad to see they actually have a big radio with it. Adjustable camber links, which I believe was on the older Grom, maybe not. Or older Typhon, sorry. Plastic here pulls off. Go right in the garbage. 17mm hexes with 17mm hubs and nuts. You do have a clipless body here with this one. And if I remember right, it's kind of like the... Yeah, okay. It's like the Grom. So kind of a neat design. Really? So the difference with this one is now you have a 2-in-1. That's kind of cool the way they got the connector here up under the strap here. You do not get smart technology with this, which means no Spectrum Smart. I don't know if their old 3S you did either, but I believe you did. You get a clipless body. I'm not sure how I feel about their clipless system. I've seen this, and I'm not a huge fan of it, but I think it'll work just fine. So basically, to put the body on, you slide this back into here, just like the big or the small Typhon, just like that, and then you just push down. So kind of cool. I mean, it works, right? Still a plastic chassis. They do have a hole in the chassis now, so stuff and debris can get out of here. That's very nice. There was a lot of issues with that on the old Typhons. I had the old Arrma Typhon 3S, and my motor, Spectrum sent me like 4 motors for that thing because it kept taking in dirt and breaking, and it would get into the bearings and wreck the bearings, and the motor would be wrecked. So Arrma did. I think they sent me like 4 replacement motors for that, which was very cool. But then at the 4th motor, I think they were like, no, not again, sorry. So, yeah, a lot of people, I think, drilled these out on their older ones. I didn't. I ended up getting rid of that Typhon. I couldn't stand it anymore. It got old. And then when they didn't want to replace the motor, I was like, screw this. I think I may have actually kept it longer than that, and I put a better motor in it. And then I didn't have an issue, so I had some problems with that Spectrum motor. The dirt getting in there, but it turns out it wasn't really a motor thing, or it wasn't really the buggies thing. It was actually the motor was just kind of cheap. I'm not a big fan of Spectrum electronics, but they work. They work better than Traxxas electronics most of the time. So let's go ahead. Body's kind of slippery because it's new. Let's pull that off. Let's get in here and show you guys the chassis. So here is your chassis layout. Here is your connector. It comes with an IC5 connector. You have your 2-in-1 ESC and receiver. This is only FHSS compatible, I believe is what it is. So you can't hook up like your DX6C to this. You do have to use their radio it comes with, which kind of blows, but it is what it is. And then you have your motor, your motor fan. It's nice. It comes with a cooling fan and a heat sink. And then you have your bearing here on your center drive shaft. Here is your center drive shaft. Then you have your rear drive system, which is right in here. This holds your motor, your spur, and I think these have a center diff now, if I remember right. I'm not too sure. I'll have to read up on that. I think it comes with a center diff in it now, but maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong. Actually, this is also new here too. I haven't seen this before, this cover here. I'm not sure what the purpose of that is. Probably to keep debris off that screw in there. If this has a slipper, then there should be a little plastic nut or metal nut under here to tighten and loosen your slipper. So that's probably why that's there. Maybe this does have the slipper in it. I believe these now have full metal diffs. Zero hassle. Pin clipless system. No more clips. Yep, so full metal drivetrain. This one does have a center diff. It has a center diff, so that's very cool to see. Arrma is including that at this price point. The Traxxas J is $350 and it don't come with a center diff. It also isn't 3S capable. So something to think about when you're looking at these. We will compare these down the road, but for today we're just looking at this one. So it comes with a center diff, 3S capable electronics, which is nice. We will test them out. We'll make sure they're 3S capable. Make sure they don't burn out. Okay, let's put the buggy to the side. You still do got full plastic shocks, and they are not threaded shocks. So something to think about there. You still have to use clips. Here is the radio you get. It is a very simpleton radio. It is the SLT3. So it does have a third channel. And then it does have your DCS here on the back, the orange little button, and you just hold it to the right. And then, so what that means is it'll have servo control, so it'll drive straight, but it doesn't have throttle control to help you with pinning the throttle and things like that. So it's good they put the center diff in it. That'll help distribute some of that power so you're not ripping out diffs and things. So, and then on the back here, you do have your throttle adjustment, your throttle reverse, and your steering reverse, which is very nice. They have it on the radio. Then you have your steering rate, your throttle, and your steering trims. Alright, so quickly now, go through our bag of parts. You do actually get a couple big tools. These are Allen wrenches. Now, that's kind of cool. You actually get these. They are a plastic handle, and the bits probably aren't the best, but it's nice to see they actually give you like big human-sized tools instead of just little Allen wrench screwdrivers. That's very cool. I think this is a big plus in a starter vehicle because it'll help people work on it a lot better. I believe one's a 2.5 and one's probably a 2, would be my guess. So, very cool to see that. I don't know if these tips pop out or doesn't look like it. So, yeah, neat to see the full-size screwdrivers here. Put those in our tool bin. Actually, we'll keep those. And then you get your wrench, or your nut wrench, for your tires. This is usually used to adjust the slipper, so I don't know if it'll actually even accommodate anything on here. And then I believe these are for your tie rod ends. And then you get some extra clips in here. Then you get your 4 batteries for the radio. Very nice that Arrma includes these. Then you get your Typhon card. Very, very cool. Then you get your manual. If this is your first RC, guys, I suggest you just go through this quick and kind of read it. Get yourself familiar with the RC. Here's option parts, it looks like. So, very cool. Kind of shows you how to work on your buggy. And then here is your full exploded view. Very, very cool. Include that. So that's it, guys, for the unboxing. I'm going to get a 2S battery on the charger, a 3S battery on the charger, and then we'll take it out and we'll give it a little bash. Make sure you watch how your batteries go into the radio. Spring is always negative, so negative, 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 positive, 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 positive. So, guys, so before we go and run, we're going to make sure everything is in working order. I do like the way Arrma has the plug on this. That's nice because then it doesn't get banged around the body. It doesn't break. Things like that. So we're going to put a 2S in here first. It should fit without issue. There we go. And I should be able to plug this in right here. Very nice. And then this plug actually has, there's 2 grooves here for the wires to sit in, but it's quite not long enough. So, yeah. Just turn my camera or my mic on. Make sure that gets connected here. All right, so everything hooked up here. Let's make sure everything's working. Alright guys, so quickly I want to show you what DCS control is. So here it is, this is off. Turn to the right, press the power button once. That's a second, you can kind of see it working a little bit there. This will be your next level. You can still see it kind of working there, see how the wheels are turning. That's not because the servo's free, that's because DCS is working. Do it one more time. This is going to be your absolute highest level. Now look at it. See how much it's working now? So to start this off, being we're in 2S, we're going to basically turn it off. You should be good. So 2S is pretty lackluster. Not very quick. It's going to be about your starting off range, right where you want to be. Look at that little red squirrel fly. This will be your start off gear, or your start off battery, your 2S battery when you buy one of these. It's your first RC, you might want to start here. And actually it's quite powerful for being 2S. That's all you really need. Jumps pretty good. Stabilizes pretty good in the air. And you can tell it's got a center diffing when you're driving it, because it will kind of dip out. Some people are going to understand what that means, some won't. Basically, it makes it a lot easier to corner. Makes it a lot better for cornering. Oops. Don't want to be doing that. Goes through the grass is fine, the leaves just fine. See if we can get a top speed on it here on the road. My road's pretty like icy right now, so that's top speed 2S. That is fully canned. Look how icy it is down there. It's funny. Doesn't got its snow tires on, guys. Oh, look at that. So now, to actually test DCS here, now that we got ice, let's test that DCS out and just see how well it does on this. So you're going to turn all the way to the right. 1, 3. There's 4. So let's see how straight it goes. Actually, so now let's stop down here where we stopped before. So it helped it. It kept it straight. Now let's come back. See, watch that DCS. So watch when I come through here. See what that DCS does? See, it doesn't allow it to spin out. It's kind of cool. I mean, it works good, guys. Works just as good as ABC or Telemetry and Traxxas does. So we'll turn it back off now just because I don't really need to ride with it on 2S. Can handle this on 2S just fine. We're going to see some huge launches out of this thing, guys, on 3S. It jumps really, really nice. Like, it flies through the air great. But it's a buggy, so it should. So that is not with DCS on, guys. As you see, I just spun out there on the ice. Ooh. That was that front bumper right off of this. I will say this battery seems like it's lasting a really long time, but maybe I haven't been out here as long as I thought I have been, so. So yeah, guys, we're having some front end landings and stuff, you know, and nothing's broke yet. It's holding up pretty good on 2S. which I would be surprised if it didn't be. And they're advertising this is a 3S buggy. If it broke on 2S right away, that'd be pretty disappointing. Alright guys, so there's LVC. Kind of a weird LVC there. It's really slow. I'll drive it up here. Let's get that 3S battery in it and let's give it a try. Alright, so got 3S in here now. Electron battery. There we go. Oh boy. Here's where you may be ready to turn on your DCS mode. Otherwise you can just drive it as it was intended to be drove. See how far we can send it. Oops, missed the ramps completely. Alright guys, so we've only got 2% camera remaining, so we're going to have to make some quick blasts here. So guys, we're going to check this out because it should not be like that. Now it's all four corners, so either I bent all four and it's just a weak point, or something's like seriously messed up with the wheel. So let's flip it on. Let's move you guys close. So I do have wheels in here, 17 millimeter, and here they are. You guys ain't gonna, oh, they ain't gonna fucking work. Shit. Damn it. I do have 17 millimeter buggy wheels somewhere though. Let me find the 17 millimeter buggy wheels I have. Okay, so I found a 17 millimeter tire. Yes, it's gonna look horrendous. But this will tell us whether that hub is bent or what is going on. I don't think it is. I think, personally, it's the tires. Now that looks absolutely fucking stupid. Let's put it back here so you can see. The hub is kind of, like, the tire is, like, loose. And it's not that it's not tight. Because it's tight. So, are the bearings just, like... I don't know, maybe it's just the bearings, or... So, yeah, we still do have that uneven spin. So why do we have that uneven spin? That's gonna drive me freaking crazy. So it's not the wheels themselves, it is the truck. Or the buggy, sorry. Don't want to set anyone off. So it's the buggy itself, but why? Why do we have that? Why is it doing that? Because when I take this off, put this back over by the low C8, or the low C super something, I don't remember what the fuck's called. I guess now that I'm looking at it, you can kind of see it. But where is it bent? So they give us these fantastical tools with them. Let's try taking this hub off. That's 2. It's just probably having a tire on. A little bit. These have a ton of Loctite on them usually, so be careful and heat them up if you need to. Great, now what's that fucker? So much goddamn Loctite on it, I can't even pull it off the thing. There's my pliers. I want to grab the threads. Let me grab that pin. I think what's going on, guys, is I think just these bearings in here are shitty. I don't know, but look at all this. All this wheel play. So let's put this back together. So then, put this all back together. It's nice. It's got a serrated nut on it. So, yeah, it just has that bad wheel wobble. All 4 corners does it. Literally, I'm sitting here watching it. Look at this. I don't understand what that is. So guys, let me know down below if you have one of these. Have you had this issue? Do you have wheel wobble? What is the deal? What is the deal with this thing? Why is it doing that? I almost want to say like... But see, when you feel these tires, look at how much play. That's just quality. That's just terrible quality. That one too. That one too. And they're not loose. They're not loose, so you can't blame it on being loose. Look at. I don't know. I've never seen this before. So we're gonna move on from that. We're gonna move on. We're gonna ignore it. It doesn't affect how it drives right now. It drove fine. It drove great. It was a lot of fun. So we're gonna move past it. Maybe I'll get a hold of Arrma and say, hey, what is this? You know, do you know what this is? Why it's doing this? And see what they say to me. See if they say, oh, we'll send you new this or new this. You know, maybe just see. I'll take a short of this. I'll send them it, And then, yeah, but guys, it was a ton of fun out there. I had a blast. I like Arrma's, the way they use straps to put stuff in, but they can be kind of a bitch sometimes. So, yeah. Otherwise, everything went good. It was a lot of fun. We'll get a 3S video out here very shortly. My camera was dying, so I had to come in and plug it in. But it is fast on 3S. I don't see 50 miles per hour being a problem. But you never know. We will test it. We will be back with another video very shortly.